Let's get an example here. A pull box includes a straight pull, left to right, trade size 3, and an angle pull, left to the bottom, trade size 3. What's the minimum size required for this pull box? There's no way you can read this and work the problem out. You got to draw it out. So you draw this out. We got a 3-inch raceway going down to 3-inch raceway. We have a 3-inch and a 3-inch. We're going to work the horizontal first. We're going to work left to right is going to be 8 times 3. That's 24 inches. Right to the left, of course, it's same thing. 8 times 3 is 24 inches. That's horizontal. Let's work angle pull. Well, there is no, oh yeah, here is the angle pull right here. Left to the right is an angle pull. 6 times 3 plus 3, 21. Right to the left, there is no angle pull. So therefore, I have left to the right 24 inches for straight pull. Right to the left 24 inches for straight pull. Left to the right, I have 21 inches for angle calculation. Right to the left, I don't have anything. So therefore, the largest calculation comes out to be 24 inches. Let's go vertical. That same example. Well, straight calculations, top to the bottom, there is none. Straight calculations, bottom to the top, there is none. Angle calculations, top to the bottom, there is no calculation. Angle calculation, bottom to the top. Well, it enters to the bottom, to the opposite wall, is no less than 6 times the trade size of the largest raceway. So, no less than 18 inches. What's the distance between raceways containing the same conductors? No less than 6 times the trade size of the largest raceway. No less than 18 inches here. I'm not sure if the scale here is exactly correct on that. I know Mike will double check that if it's not. We always try to make sure everything is exactly to scale and that these boxes are actually to scale. Let's go back to that example. Let's see. So what size box is this going to be? This is going to be a 24-inch wide by 18-inch high that would accommodate an 18-inch angle pull. All right, let's work out one more example. A pull box contains trade size 2 and trade size 3 raceway on the left side, trade size 3 on the top, trade size 2 on the right. The trade size 2 on raceways are straight pull. The trade size 3 raceways are angle pulls. You read this, you'd have no clue what's going on. None. And if you draw it out, after you draw it out, you better go back and read it and see if it matches what it said. And that's what it looks like. The 2-inch raceways are straight pulls. The 3-inch raceways are angle pulls. So let's work dimension A. Dimension A, from the right to the left, is a straight pull. That'd be 8 times 2, 16 inches. Sorry, from the left to the right. Right to the left, straight pull, 8 times 2 is 16 inches, so no difference there. Angle calculation. Left side to the right side, the angle pull is 6 times 3 plus 2, 20 inches. Right side, there is no angle calculation. So therefore, no calculation. So the width of this box is going to be 20 inches wide. Let's talk about the vertical, the height of the box. I'm going to go top to bottom, straight. There is no straight pull. Bottom to the top, straight. There is no straight pull. Top to the bottom angle is 6 times trade diameter, 6 times the trade size of the top raceway. That's going to be 6 times 3 is 18 inches. So that would be 18 inches dimension. And bottom to top, no angle calculation. So now that box is going to be 18 inches tall. Oops, sorry. It was 20 inches wide, 18 inches tall. All right, let's talk about raceways containing the same conductors. These two raceways containing the same conductor cannot be closer than what? 6 times the largest raceway, right? But I'm saying the distance between raceways encloses the same conductor, 6 times 3. But because it's a straight pull, I'm sorry, 6 times 2. But because it's a straight pull, it's 8 times. So straight pull, we don't worry about it. It's the angle pulls, the distance between raceways cannot be any closer than 6 times the trade size. So 6 times 3 here, that would be 18 inches. So let's go back here. This box is 20 inches wide, 18 inches tall, but it has to be sized to accommodate 2 3-inch raceways where the edges of the raceways, and actually the edges of the raceways, I think, Mike, we need to move these arrows. I don't know, the arrows on the point of the edge of the raceway, I think the arrows would be right here, right? Not at the opening. What do you guys think?
They mean a lock nut.
You can't
if you're going to, the arrows from bushing to bushing, you can't make it happen because you have to make the measurement and you have to drill the holes.
Okay, and read the code rule. What does it say? The distance what? I see
The
what you're
distance
saying.
between raceway entries
hold
enclosing
on.
the same
Hold on.
conductor.
It said Raceway what?
Entries.
Entries, not the distance between Raceway. So I stand corrected when I answered your question earlier.
Measure the knockout.
Remember, I said that
Right.
it's not center to center, right? It's a distance between Raceway entries.
Entries.
So when you cut your holes, that's how you measure things. So Mike is correct on the graphic here that the entry.
Yay.
This is, see, we need to change the text in all these. And Steve, check your text in the exam. And Mike, check all your graphics here. It's not the distance between raceways. It's the distance between what?
Raceway entries.
Raceway entries, and we need to really clearly bring that point out. You know what? I have to tell you something. How many years I've been doing this? Never knew it said the word entry. How many guys didn't know that?
You
How
probably
many guys? I'm just curious to see you guys.
Yeah.
How many guys didn't catch that it was the openings, the circles, the entry?
or it never registered.
Well,
You never
I read it 1,000
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
I've taught it
But it never
40
registered.
years.
It didn't make
But
a
it
difference.
wasn't until somebody challenged you, right?
Right.
They say, well, wait a minute now. Well, let's go back and read it. And when they read it, you got to slow it down and listen to it. It says, oh, yeah, Raceway entries. Well, that's a whole different ballgame.